Don't give up, you gon' be on. Don't give up, don't give up, give up. Don't give up, you gon' be on. Don't give up, don't give up.
Greetings, Redheads. Thank you for joining me in another episode of your favorite show, the one and only Red's View. I am your gracious host, Jay Red, joined by the most honorable, legendary DJ PM, the messiah of all DJs. That
man, you every time, dog, you make me laugh.
Hey, man, you got to speak.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. I'm just a humble young man.
I got you, man. But anyway, man, a lot's been going on in the culture. If you want the state of the culture, you come here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Shots fired.
Shots fired. But anyway, subscribe to youtube.com/WeAuthenticNetwork. But yeah, man, like I said, there's been so much going on. So I got a JSU shirt on.
Why you got a JSU shirt on? I'm just curious.
Man, have you not seen what happened?
Uh-uh.
Deion Sanders, the legendary
primetime
Deion Sanders, is official head coach of Jackson State University's football team. Give it up for primetime. Oh my God. This is not only a win for our alma mater,
No, of course not.
You know what I'm saying? Because we are all JSU graduates, even Sean behind the camera, but this is big for all HBCUs.
No, it really is, man. And I mean, like I was telling somebody the other day, if you can't tell that this is big for HBCU, something is crazy. Bro, think about this. Jackson State University was talked about on Undisputed, Sports Center, First Take,
Good Morning America,
Wake Up, The Breakfast Club.
Oh, The Breakfast Club.
Yeah, they talked about it, bro. Like, come on, man. When was Jackson State ever gonna be talked about on all those networks for something good?
Good. There you go.
Yeah.
I'm about to say they'll be talked about. Something bad.
I mean, if some thugging went on, you know what I'm saying. But like, really and truly, bro, this is amazing, and just that exposure alone. And we ain't even played a game yet, you know what I'm saying?
And just the enroll, you got to think about the enrollment. Man. You got to think about the prospects,
his
NFL prospects,
bro. His first day,
XFL prospects.
His first day, he invited he recruited a 5-star recruit. His first day. Now we don't know if he gonna sign or not, but his first day, he sent a letter to a 5-star recruit.
Yeah,
come on, man. A 5-star recruit wouldn't have even entertained a letter from Jackson State before this.
It's just incredible, and it's beautiful to see. It's everywhere. Just for everybody, the culture.
Yes.
Just for HBCUs, this is
absolutely,
big.
Dude.
We
This
all
is major.
win.
It's
we
major.
All win. So,
it's major.
Man, shout out to Deion Sanders, man. So let's go dive into it, man.
Okay.
So I wanted to. We're gonna start off old school a little bit.
Okay.
It's a question that I have because you know how you feel about Wu-Tang, right?
Correct.
Overrated. Overrated, right?
Only as big as they are because they're from New York and it's 5 million people that live there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But you got Andre 3000, right?
Okay. Legend
from Atlanta.
Okay.
But he often gets talked about being in top 5, top 5 dead or alive, right?
Okay.
What do you think makes... First of all, is he in your top 5?
No.
Okay. What do you... He's not in mine neither. No disrespect.
No disrespect.
Yeah,
Andre 3000 is a legend. He is
one of the
greatest rappers, lyricists, whatever you want to categorize him as of all time.
Right.
He's just not in my top 5, and I know why he's not in yours as well. But he's not in my top 5 because he doesn't have a solo album.
There you go.
And you can't be a top 5 rapper without a solo rap
So
album.
that brings me to why... First of all, let's go back to the timeline. When did he become top 5 dead or alive? I feel like it was when he was doing those remixes. The Throw Some D's remix.
Okay.
The Walk It Out remix.
So that's like right after Stank On You then.
No, that's later. That's after the double album they put out.
That's after
that's
Love
way
Below?
After that. Because Love
Speaker
Below,
Box?
that came out in 04, right?
Okay.
03, 04. And then 05, 06 is when he started doing those remixes.
Okay.
So I think at that time, people were anticipating an Andre 3000 album.
Right.
Never came out.
Never.
But that was the first time I just started hearing like he's the GOAT. He's top 5.
I don't know, man. In my opinion, people been calling 3 Stacks the GOAT for a while, bro.
Before that?
Yeah, to me, since like Stank On You.
What you think, Sean? Was he in GOAT talk during that time?
During Stank On You time? That's like 02.
That's 2000.
Stank On You?
Yeah, that was 2000.
Oh, is it 2000? Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I was in 6th grade.
Features and then remixes.
Because that's when I was just like, okay, where did it happen? But it made me think about it, and I was thinking, okay, maybe he was killing those features, right?
Every last one of them.
Outkast left, and I say they left because they hadn't put out a real
joint album. Top 5 to me, you have to be able to consistently put out dope albums. He doesn't have one dope solo rap album, so how
he
can
don't
he be
have
top
a
5?
solo rap. Well, I mean, technically, if you count Speakerbox Love Below.
Love Below wasn't a rap album though. That was more of a Drake type album.
You're right.
Yeah,
before Drake.
Correct.
But then you're wrong. You're so wrong about Nas. Nas has put out
Nas consistently puts out dope albums.
Ever since Stillmatic, yes. Now before that, Illmatic, I agree with you.
Okay? Nas consistently puts out dope albums.
Yes, he does. He hasn't dropped a whack album. Well, I ain't gonna say whack.
Okay, the Kanye album wasn't whack?
It wasn't whack. It just wasn't good. It just wasn't what we expected.
Why do I
That's
come
the only
every
one.
Week, man?
That's
why
the only one.
Every week to deal
Have
with
you
this,
heard Untitled by Nas?
Yes.
I don't want to talk about we already talked about Nas.
Yeah.
But it'll go into something else.
Yeah.
Shout out to Nas. PM hates Nas.
I do not hate Nas.
Let me tell y'all why he hates Nas.
This
It's
is
because
cap. He lying.
Ether damn near destroyed Jay-Z's career. An album in the last damn near 20 years.
Big Boy been putting out music.
Yeah. That we passed on.
No, Big Boy's dope. Don't do that.
No. He's dope. But do you like his album?
I like Sir Lucius Left Foot.
Oh, okay.
I did. I didn't like the other ones.
Okay, got it. All right, shout out to Big Boy though. But I think that Atlanta took over, right?
Okay.
And at the flagship of Atlanta was Outkast, Ludacris,
right?
You know what I'm saying? Tip, all of them. So Outkast being the Tribe Called Quest of Atlanta,
correct?
The Wu-Tang of Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? I think that
them and Goody Mob,
definitely. But I think that probably had an impact on it. But I think I'm not gonna say he's overrated, but I'm just like the same thing that you said.
Right.
How can you be top 5 if you don't have a solo album?
Well, he's definitely not overrated because to say he can't go bar for bar with anybody is asinine.
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
He's not top 5 because for me, in order to he's not top 5 the same reason Nas isn't in my top 5. In order to be
so that's why I ain't gonna say he destroyed his career, but it fucked Jay-Z up. So that's why.
No, it did.
You as a Jay-Z fan, he's never been able to bounce back from that hurtful.
It hurt me so bad
because he took out Rockefeller. Speaking of which, you remember when Cameron was on 106 Park and he called out Nas?
Yeah,
that was funny as hell.
Them boys was really beefing.
They were beefing for real.
Yeah, they were beefing for real. Did you know that Dipset and D-Block beefed at one point?
No, I didn't know.
Yeah, I didn't know that either.
Damn.
But it was because of Rockefeller though. I didn't know that either.
Yeah.
Man, you know how New York dudes do. They just beef with each other just to beef with each other.
Yeah. But anyway, so let us know in the comment section, Redheads, if you think that Andre 3000 is really top 5, or can you be top 5 if you don't have a solo album? Because I feel like no, you can't.
Yeah.
So let's move on. Pusha T, someone had recently said that Daytona, it's been some couple of years now, and they feel like Daytona is a classic album. Now, when it first came out, shout out to Mr. European.
Yeah.
I remember when he said instantly, man, bro, I'm telling you, this is a classic, it's a classic. I'm like, why you think that? He gave me his reasoning, right?
Right.
And I wasn't disagreeing with him because, I mean, it was a nice body of work.
Right.
But I said, look, over time, we have to give it time. Now, I hadn't went back and heard the album, but I'm not going to disagree with somebody saying that it was a classic. Do you feel like it was a classic?
I know I love Pusha T.
Yeah.
The only reason I think it may not be a classic is because it was so short.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like a cheat code, you know what I'm saying? Like, versus like, Illmatic, it's a 10. And even though it was only 7 songs, some of the songs was only 2 minutes.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying?
I personally,
not that makes it easier, but it makes it easier, if that makes sense.
I personally like My Name Is My Name over Daytona.
No.
I do.
No.
Me personally.
I like the production better, but Kanye did the production, so I mean,
Yeah, production was good, but to me,
My Name Is My Name. Pusha T don't have a whack solo album.
Yeah, no. He definitely don't. But My Name Is My Name was a good album.
King Push was good. My Name Is My Name, and Daytona is good.
Yeah,
it's about time for another album push. Actually.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, we need that.
But let us know if y'all think, was Daytona a classic?
Yeah.
Matter of fact, put it right here, Sean. Was Daytona? Let me do it again. Was Daytona a classic album?
Do you think he should change the album cover out of respect to Whitney?
I think so.
Okay.
But that may take away from it being a classic.
Maybe because artwork does play a role.
Artwork does play a role.
Yeah.
It plays a heavy role.
Yeah.
So I don't think it would have had that classic appeal to it if it didn't have that.
Because that, I mean, I think that helped it market a little bit with
absolutely.
the controversy. I mean,
the
Kanye
controversy.
know what he
Out of respect for Whitney, it would
Yeah.
be better, but that may take away from it being a classic.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I want to talk about the biggest fall offs in hip hop.
Okay.
Now, when I say fall offs, I'm not going to say their career was over because
Okay.
I never feel like if you're a great artist, your career is actually over.
Gotcha.
Even if your fan base shrinks down from platinum to gold, or
Right.
gold to selling like 60,000 or whatever,
Right,
that's still
right.
a fan base. If you still can tour and people still look for your music,
Right.
you don't actually fall off.
Right. Just musically irrelevant.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, first on my list is Cornell Haynes, Nelly. Now, I say Nelly because Nelly and DMX have that effect that we come out hard,
Right.
but then we dwindle down. You know
Right.
what I'm saying?
Who did Nelly battle? I'm just curious. I can't remember.
KRS-One.
No. Not rapping. Like in the verses.
Oh, Luda.
Oh, yeah. He
Luda.
lost.
Yeah, he lost.
All right, cool. But yeah. You say he come out hard.
And then when you come out the gate selling that much, it's easy to kind of fall off because you lose your place.
You know, Jay-Z talked about that, though.
Yeah.
He talked about, would you rather be white hot or would you rather be a steady flame? And he was like,
Exactly.
he'd rather be a steady flame.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I got Nelly, I got DMX.
Okay.
Now DMX to me, it was slightly his fault. I mean,
Correct.
drugs took over.
Right.
DMX was, and I say that not even musically, but just film wise. He was a movie
Oh,
star.
yeah. He became a movie star fast,
If
too, dog.
he would have been damn near like The Rock, if not The Rock, at this point.
Correct.
This long, if he would have kept
I mean,
himself.
because he had Cradle to the Grave. He had
Never Die Alone.
Never Die Alone.
Romeo Almost Died.
Correct. Yeah, he had a few.
Yeah. So, but he, drug addiction messed him up.
Yeah.
And that was a big letdown.
Yeah.
Next is Mystical. I feel like Mystical, when Tarantula came out, I think Tarantula either it was nominated for a Grammy or won. Okay, nominated.
It
I don't
was
think he won.
because Pharrell did the production.
Yeah, on Bouncing Back and
Yeah.
stuff. But that was like 02, and I feel like after that,
What's that? Oh, God.
That was 02.
Dang, that was that long ago?
that was 02.
Dang.
Because he had left No Limit.
Right.
And then he went in with Let's Get Ready.
Right.
With Ben so long.
Yeah,
all that
Let's
stuff.
Get Ready was crazy.
Yeah, Let's Get Ready was crazy. And then Tarantula came out in 2002.
Right.
And after that, a couple of years passed and he got in trouble legally.
Was Mystical better or worse after No Limit?
That's a good question. I'm not gonna say better or worse.
Okay.
He had more success though.
I think
musically
he was way better because the production was so much better.
it was.
Yeah.
But he didn't really have any solo hits on No Limit. did
No.
he?
No, his biggest verse was on
Make 'em say on.
But
But he was still putting out dope stuff. It's just
that's
that-
when I knew he was gonna be a star though. When I heard Make 'Em Say On, I was like, who is this?
Yeah, that's the. You know what? That's the first time I remember.
I was
hearing
like,
Mystical
who
lyrics.
is this? Because before that, I was a Mac fan.
Okay.
Yeah, I told you this before. I'm not a big fan of No Limit. I'm not even gonna go down that road. But I loved Mac though.
Yeah.
I did love Mac. So,
I love No Limit.
Yeah, so Mac was my favorite.
Shout out to Mr. Servon.
Yeah.
Y'all need to check out the interview I did.
Definitely
with Mr.
check that
Servon,
out. That was a
for
really
sure.
dope interview.
Appreciate
but
it.
Mac was the only dope one before Make 'Em Say On to me.
Wow.
And then I was like, okay, Mystical is cool. And then I still hated Silk the Shocker. That had nothing to do with anything. I just wanted everybody to know that he's the worst rapper of all time.
No, he's
So,
not. Anyway,
yeah.
let's keep going. Chingy. I feel like Chingy.
He had a run.
He had a run, but
You think beefing with Luda
yeah,
hurt him?
absolutely.
Okay.
Because by the time you remember he came back to Def Jam, it wasn't the same. So I think that he fell off of after his first album. You know what I'm saying? Because that's when he left DTP.
Yeah, no, because what was the name of the song with Luda with Snoop Dogg on it?
Holiday Inn. That was on his.
Oh,
first.
that was on DTP. Oh yeah, you right there.
Yep. But
Dang, yeah.
And then the last but not least, I say Ja Rule.
Okay.
We already know why Ja
we know
Rule.
why. Legal reasons, not because of 50 them.
50 did.
Yeah, they had a lot to
Yeah.
do with. They jumped him.
Yeah.
They jumped him.
Now, I will say this: an honorable mention. He slightly hit the curb.
Okay.
Right. Snoop.
Okay.
Now, the reason I say that is because after his first album, Who listened to what was that album? Doggy? No, not Doggy.
No,
Style.
Doggy Style was the first one.
The second one, The Dogfather.
Yeah.
Man, Snoop had really lost a lot of buzz. He was selling some records, but he was cold at that time.
I think he just was more universal. He was trying to be commercial. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but no hits though.
Not for real. I give you that.
Yeah, I can't really sit and name you. I mean, he had Vapors, but he didn't. I remember at that time, it was Doggy Style, him having the trial, right? And then No Limit.
Right.
Nobody really remembers The Dogfather like that. Dr. Dre was gone. Daz Dillinger was still doing beats on it, but he really had fell off at that point.
Right.
But getting back with No Limit, not the first album, but that second album and third album on No Limit helped him out, and then he went with Pharrell, and the rest is history. So, yeah.
So, biggest fall offs. Ludacris. I hate to do it to him, but it got to be done. Because Ludacris went from like being like a platinum superstar, you know what I'm saying, to like, who really checking for Ludacris music right now?
I bought his last album, Ludacris.
Yeah, that was nice of you. You felt charitable.
Anyway.
You know who else?
Who?
Twister.
I ain't gonna say he had a big fall off.
Boy, Twister fell off. Stop playing. When he was signed to Rockefeller, he went platinum. Stop playing.
He wasn't signed to Rockefeller. Never, technically.
When he was affiliated with Rockefeller,
he went platinum.
He had a Rockefeller chain.
So,
come on, man. Stop it, man.
He was affiliated.
That's like you.
Here we go.
That's like, okay, and Tekashi 6ix9ine wasn't blood either, huh? Because he had blood. He had blood bandana.
He was affiliated.
Thank you.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying.
What album did he fall off after Kamikaze?
No, the second one.
The Day After Tomorrow?
Yeah.
Okay.
The one after that one.
Okay.
He'll be in Atlanta this weekend too.
Yeah.
Weekend. Yeah.
I think I want to go.
I'm good.
Okay.
Depends on what Chicago crowd come, because those guys are a little rough.
They crazy. shout out
Trina, because I got to give some female artists some love. Trina.
She fell off?
When's the last time Trina dropped something that anybody cared about?
Last year. She had DJ Khaled and all them on there. You know, she's riding the Miami wave.
Right.
But also, she's on a hit single right now.
Which one?
The South. Queen of the... Bitch from the South.
Yeah, but that's a remix, man. Come
it's
on,
a remix.
Stop. If you get any... First of all, Trina's a legend. Don't get it twisted.
Legend?
Yes. Legend. What? She's a legendary female artist. Stop.
I ain't going to say legendary. You going a little too far.
This is my last week, Sean. This man is disrespecting Trina.
I'm not. I ain't saying she
Trina is a legend, bro.
How? What did she do that's legendary?
The whole slip and slide stuff.
That I'm not saying that slip and slide didn't like. Okay, but just you haven't really explained to me like what classic albums has she put out. What single was legendary?
Single Again was legendary.
Oh my god.
Nah, nigga was legendary.
Let's keep going. That's a classic. I ain't gonna say legendary.
Pull Over That Ass Too Fast is legendary.
Classic. It's not legend.
Hey, Redheads, you tell us.
Miami maybe, but
is Trina a legend?
No, absolutely
yes or no?
not. Keep going.
I say yes.
Keep going.
All right. So, Lauryn Hill.
Oh yeah.
Because I got to get some females some love. Oh, Lauryn Hill might be the biggest.
That's
ever.
the biggest one. We could probably end it right there.
Yeah, I'm gonna end it right there. Actually,
goodness gracious.
I'm gonna end it right there. Actually, because Lauryn Hill fell off hard. You know who else? Well, no. Because his no. He ain't fell off yet. We'll see what his next album.
Okay, let's keep it going.
50 Cent though, musically.
Yeah, I give you that.
Yeah,
I give you that.
Musically.
All right, so let's keep talking about some music, right? So we got Lupe Fiasco. Lupe Fiasco. He
was on the same thing Kanye was on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but go ahead.
He recently said that Kendrick Lamar, he's a better... This isn't the first time he said this, but I think he said that Kendrick Lamar isn't as lyrical as him. He's more lyrical than Kendrick Lamar. All right, so I got 2 points about that, right?
Okay.
For one, I think that out of nowhere, I think that this may be a marketing thing because Kendrick is about to drop.
Right.
And what better way to do it than bring controversy, right?
So you think this was Kendrick's camp?
Maybe.
Okay.
I don't put it past nobody.
I mean, me neither, man.
Yeah, because this isn't the first time. Yeah, controversy creates cash. Shout out to Eric Bischoff. But I don't think that like it came out of nowhere. Kendrick's supposed to drop this year.
Right.
We saw him filming the video, and all of a sudden, Lupe is just saying he's a better lyrical rapper than he is,
right,
or more lyrical than he is,
right.
And this isn't the first time he said it.
No, it's not.
So, second point, I disagree with it.
Right.
Well, he may be more lyrical if he thinks that. But what I will say is this: you can be lyrical, but you have to be entertaining at the same time.
Correct.
Lupe is not entertaining
at all.
He's not.
Lupe is not. I mean, so let me. This is how I feel about Lupe, and I say this all the time. Lupe reminds me of the type of person who will read a dictionary just so he can use larger words.
Yeah, you said that before.
Yeah, it's not that he really is intelligent or that he's really this deep. It's like, to me, he'll go get an atlas and find a small remote island off the coast of Africa just so in a verse he could be like, such and such off the coast of Africa. And be like, yeah, niggas don't even know what I'm talking about. Man, these niggas ain't deeper than me. That's how he comes off to me. So for that reason, he's not.
He's had a couple of hits, but
no, he got a few hits.
He got a few hits, but I'm just saying, in comparison to Kendrick Lamar,
no,
like listenable wise,
no.
I'd rather listen to a Kendrick Lamar album than a Lupe.
I'd rather listen to a Nas album than Lupe.
That's not. You're trying to say it like it's a bad thing to listen to a Nas album. You acting like Jay-Z put out like nothing but classics.
Why did Jay-Z come up in this conversation? I just said
Did you like Hard Knock Life?
Why are we talking about Jay-Z right now, dude? Stay focused.
Hawaiian Sophie. All right, so let's move on.
Hey, you such a hater, bro.
Let's move on. Okay. All right, so this is something serious, and I'm glad that you're here for this. Ooh, I've been waiting. All right, so Vlad, DJ Vlad. The whole room was all.
He's not a DJ, but okay.
Right. So Vlad recently has been in hot water with the black community because he misquoted the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan.
He did.
He misquoted him saying that he was calling Jews Satan and the devil and all this other stuff when clearly he did not say that.
Right.
So what ended up, he did it in the D.L. Hughley interview. And Vlad has a few artists that come on there all the time. Right. Not even just artists, but just people in general.
Boosie being one.
Lord Jamar.
Right.
BG Knockout.
Right.
Godfrey. John Stalley.
Right.
And Trey D. Right. Now, Godfrey and Lord Jamar just made a podcast yesterday. Episode on Lord Jamar's, right? And they said they will not be. See, because what happened is my son too. They're supposed to be friends of Vlad, right? But Vlad said that he's not going to apologize for what he said. Right. The reason being is that he feels like his bottom is straight. Like his bottom ain't knocked off. This has been the best month for Vlad TV. So basically, he's like, "Fuck you, niggas." Right. That's pretty much what it is.
He's like, I don't have to correct my wrong because either A, fuck y'all niggas, or B, y'all niggas still gonna fuck with me anyway.
Anyway, right. He's got a real comfortable, but Lord Jamar and my son as well,
right,
and Godfrey have denounced being affiliated with Vlad. And now with Godfrey, it's a little tricky. I think that if Vlad apologizes, he may still mess with him, but I think he should just cut it off altogether. Because if that's your real friend would say, you know what, my bad. Even if, and see, the thing with my son is, because him and Royce called him out on it, right? Royce the 5'9", shout to him. But him and my son was, they were debating. They weren't arguing, but they were going back and forth. And Royce was just like, he needs to apologize. My son was like, you know what? If the apology isn't sincere and if it's not real, then what's the point of doing it? Which I agree with it at that point, but it did look like he was defending Vlad. But he talked to Vlad, and Vlad was basically like, "No, I'm not gonna do it." And the reason being, of course, is what I just said.
So he said that out of his own mouth.
Yeah.
He was like, my bottom line has been good.
It's been good. Yeah, I'm not doing it. It's not gonna affect my money or whatever like that.
He said that.
He said it.
See, I didn't know he said that because I couldn't find it.
Yeah, well, he didn't say it online.
Right.
But the conversation that he had with him on the phone, that's what he said.
That's what my son said. He said.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Damn. And I trust my son.
And Godfrey and Lord Jamar said the same thing.
Wow.
That he was like, no, I'm not gonna do it, and they just like, you know what? Vlad has presented opportunities for us because. Godfrey says what he wants to say.
Right.
And he looked at it as a platform to get his voice heard, just like Lord Jamar. Lord Jamar wasn't putting out no platinum records. People may have forgot who Lord Jamar was until Vlad. And he, saluted Vlad on that. But Vlad has gotten too comfortable.
Yeah.
We let this in. I bring this up because it's a couple of artists or people in the industry that Vlad has constantly threw dirt on their name and just talk shit about them. Nas.
Yeah.
He always says Nas don't have good beats, whatever, which is true or could be true or whatever, but let us say that.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? Next is Ice Cube.
Right.
He constantly, consistently talks about how Ice Cube wasn't a real gangster and all this other stuff.
He be hating on Ice Cube.
Yeah, hard.
I can agree with him on Nas to a certain extent, but he be hating on Ice Cube.
Yeah, he be hating on Ice Cube.
Like he was there.
And then Suge Knight, he'll like blatantly say, I don't like Suge Knight. He's done evil stuff to people and all this other stuff, right? And then Dame Dash.
So he don't like white people either then, right?
Who don't like white people?
Vlad. If he don't like Suge because he did evil stuff.
Right, he shouldn't. Right, he shouldn't. Right? But anyway, so those are 4 people that I looked at. And I was just like, damn, because he constantly has, he says stuff about them and he'll get other people to agree with him. You know what I'm saying? Like he had Mac 10 on there talking about, so Ice Cube, people say he wasn't a real gangster. I'm like, nigga, you already asked what's his name? Alfonso, you know what I'm saying? From the World Class Wrecking Crew.
Right.
You asked one person already about that, but you want everybody.
Mac 10 didn't really speak on it.
He didn't. That's why I salute Mac 10.
Yeah,
Mac 10
he didn't really speak on it.
Yeah, he didn't. That's what real niggas are supposed to do.
Exactly. Like, that ain't got nothing to do with me. Why you asking me that? Hey, Ice Cube on here and ask him.
So basically, Lord Jamar said this. He said that Vlad has done what America has done to black people. We provided free labor for you to get your network to where it's at.
I agree.
And now you like, fuck y'all niggas.
You know, who was that talking about that? What's the comedian name? He says whatever the hell he want to. He be
Corey Holcomb.
Yes, did you see that when he was talking about it?
He called him out.
He called him out too. He was like, Vlad wanted him on his show, and he said he had never heard of him, and he was like, you know, what constitutes you being worthy to even talk to me, like as far as on some black people stuff. And he said he told him, well, I'll tell you what, I'll do your show and you if you do mine.
Right.
And Vlad told him, no, I'm not doing your show.
Yep. And his whole thing was black folks go around and voluntarily go to Vlad.
Yep.
But with certain other black media, black-owned media,
they want to get paid.
They want to get paid to do it. You know what I'm saying? They want, which rightfully so. If that's that way, then it needs to be universal.
I agree. Like, because me personally, I might charge a certain network, but I might not charge another one or a certain person. Like, I never charge you. You know what I'm saying? You my dog. But if, you know what I'm saying, somebody else call me and be like, hey, I want to interview you, then I might be like, hey, well, you know,
you
my
gotta
time
do that.
is.
Which is okay. But my thing is, what Lord Jamar and them are saying is one thing in particular. Okay. Code. I want you to put this in whatever shot. Code. Being on code.
Right.
White people do it all the time. Jewish people, Asian people, they're all on code. And what code means is that we're all on alert with each other, cohesive. We're moving cohesive as a unit. And Vlad is going against the culture.
Right.
You know, he's been doing it, right? And I blame us.
I agree.
I blame us because we've, you know, I salute Vlad for what he's built because it's entertaining.
Right.
It's interesting. He interviews people but that you will forget about.
Right.
Like he interviewed Eddie Winslow.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But one thing...
That ain't that man's name.
I know. Darius McCree, my bad. But anyway.
I know who you're talking about. Yeah. And they probably didn't know who you was talking about. But yeah. If you wouldn't have said his
if I wouldn't have said
it.
But you know, Vlad goes too far. Like he interviewed the girl who said that she got raped by Tupac.
Right.
Like Vlad has really been...
Like, why are you giving her a platform?
Exactly. Like Vlad has been... You know, I salute him for getting BG Knockout, you know, back relevant, and Lord Jamar and all them other folks, but man, nah, like it looks like they're boycotting. I wonder if Boosie is gonna still go on there. I wonder if John Staley is still gonna go on there. We'll see. What you think?
I mean, I agree, man. I mean, you know, I've been saying for the longest though, and I watched Vlad's interviews, but I've been saying for the longest, what makes people like him and Adam 22 and all these other people relevant to our culture enough where people go on their show.
Yeah.
Like, you think me and you could get an interview with Mac 10?
No, absolutely not. Mac 10 don't even do regular interviews.
Come on, man. Yeah. You think me and you could get an interview with Boosie? Not saying that we're on Vlad's level, but I'm just saying, like, what makes Vlad relevant to the point where he got to the point where Boosie would want to even interview him?
They'll say numbers in his subscriber. Vlad always brags about, hey, I got my own company. I supply my employees benefits.
Yeah, but that could be manipulated, though.
Yeah,
like,
I think so.
I mean, Snitch 9 has showed us that numbers can be manipulated.
Absolutely. And Vlad is a white man, you know what I'm saying? Russian white guy that came in and he's a culture vulture. And Lord Jamar, shout out to Lord Jamar. Lord Jamar's been said that about Vlad. Like he called him out on
his show. He said that on his own show.
Yeah, on his own show. He was like, by technicality, you are a culture vulture.
Yeah.
But anyway, I think that Vlad's days are numbered.
Okay.
If you ask me, I'm not gonna say it's gonna be immediately,
Right.
but over time, and that's what ResView picks up and takes the crown.
We here.
We are here. All right, so let's go into something else now. Mulatto.
Okay.
Shout out to Mulatto. I think she's the hottest. Oh, I ain't gonna say the hottest, but she's my favorite female artist that's out right now.
Okay.
I think that she's dope, makes great music. She's been on ResView. I know people work with her, but she's been in some controversy.
Yep.
Since the beginning of her career, really. But now that she's getting steam, it all derives from her name and where her name derives from, Mulatto.
Right.
You know, look it up in the dictionary if you don't really know what a mulatto is. But basically, you know, it's half black, half white.
Right.
But that was
it was a negative term.
It was a negative term back during, you know, the slave days and everything like that. I can give y'all a history lesson. I ain't finna go through all that right now. But she's always receiving negative press because of her name.
Right.
Right? And recently, she had a friend that she was joking with. And she called it, she said, this is my pet orangutan.
Right.
Now, people were like, oh my God, she's calling her an orangutan because she's dark skinned and, you know, saying she like a monkey, whatever. And to Mulatto's credit, you joke with your homies all the time and everything like that. But the thing is, her name is Mulatto.
Right.
So people are going to attach negativity to her all the time.
I mean, I understand the optics of it. I haven't seen the video personally. You know, when you sent it to me, I was like, I would have to see the context of the conversation.
Right.
Because me and my homeboys joke on each other all the time.
Right.
And, you know what I'm saying? I would hate for somebody to get one of our video chats and take just the insults. Because they will be like, we hate each other.
Right, exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
When the truth of the matter is, I love my friends. Sometimes we joke like that, though.
Right.
Plus, aren't orangutans orange?
They are, which is crazy, but that's the thing. But I think marketing-wise,
right.
and, you know, I love Mulatto. Like I said, nothing but respect. But I think marketing-wise, it would be wise to change the name. Now, you know, you had said, man, it may be too late.
I said it might be too late because she's made that name famous now.
She has, but I think that she's still growing.
She might. So what she'll probably have to do is just like shorten it to like Lotto or something like that.
People still would know where it derives from, but it's not going to be as
it's direct. Not right in your face.
Right
though,
in your
you know
face,
what I'm saying?
yeah.
Like it'll still be Mulatto on paper. But I mean, just like Rick Ross goes by Renzel, then he went by Ferrari Ross or whatever he was going by. Like Jay-Z went by Iceberg and H to the Izzo and Hove and Drake goes by Drizzy, Champagne. Just, like they all do it.
It's
like,
just so much, and I think the negativity from that name and what it meant during slavery. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because mulattoes were actually working with the white supremacists at one point because of the skin color.
I mean, and they were mostly house slaves if they were slaves at all, or bed maidens.
Yeah. Bed wenches and stuff.
Yeah.
So it's just not a good look.
Yeah.
Or with that name. So I would hope that her team, because at this point in her career, it's too early to be going off on Twitter like that. Like you still need she ain't even got a platinum record.
So she responded to it?
Yes.
Oh, and what she was saying?
She was just like, you know, basically, I would wish I could delete social media, but I rap, you know, and I can't do that. Just, you know, just reacting like how she's been reacting, going off on people. But I feel like at this stage in her career, as she's building legs, she doesn't need to be going through that. That's some shit that you do after you done had like multiple hits and you know, all that other stuff. So shout out to Mulatto. I think that, you know, marketing wise, it'd be wise to change the name. Right. Anyway, so let's move on. Let's talk about Dr. Dre.
Okay.
Dr. Dre's estranged wife. Have you been paying attention to what's been going on?
Of course.
Oh my God.
Insane.
So what you think about this whole thing?
I think it's crazy. She wants ownership of his artist name and half of his publishing, right?
Yeah, including the Chronic, an album that he made years before he met her.
Like, so in what world does that even make sense?
You know what happened is,
yeah,
she is upset that he signed the prenup.
Correct.
First, she said that, hey, he made me do it, and I'm like, you're a lawyer, and regardless of what happened, you signed it. Just like an artist can come out and say, man, Diddy raped me out of all my stuff. I'm like, well, did you put your John Hancock on there? You signed it, so you got to be held accountable. But you know, you got some females who feel like, I mean, she should get stuff. Now we agree that she should be broken off some million.
He's a billionaire, so she should get at least $100 million.
Yeah, but
easy.
But the trademark to his name.
Come on, man, that's ridiculous.
And the publishing. Then
that's ridiculous.
The Chronic. Are you serious?
That's ridiculous. Why would she get that?
Yeah.
Why would she get that? Yes, she's his wife. Yes, she held him down. Yes, she had children for him. But what does any of that have to do with Dr. Dre?
Exactly. Because he was Dr. Dre before he met her.
Right. So overall net worth being $1 billion, in my opinion, she should get $100 million. If she can't live off $100 million,
yeah,
come on, man. Like, that's ridiculous.
She's butthurt. I don't think they thought it through, and she maybe forgot that he signed a prenup.
That's ridiculous, bro.
But yeah.
But in my opinion, she don't really want none of that stuff. Her lawyer is just like, hey, reach for the stars. What's the old saying? Reach for the moon. That way, if you fail, at least you still land upon the stars. That's what they doing, dog. They reaching for this, and then because they know his lawyer's gonna be like, look, you're not getting that, but we'll give you this.
Yeah, we'll see. But it's just been crazy looking at it going back. Every day it's a story.
If it was me, she'd get $100 million, and that would be my final
call it a day.
$100 million. If that ain't enough for you, let's go to court about it.
Right. $100 million. You can do a lot with $100 million,
bro.
So let's talk about Kanye West. Now, the reason I'm bringing up Kanye West because he always tweets about stuff.
Right.
This is very important though.
Okay.
He wants to redesign the recording contracts for artists.
Okay.
Now it's a lot of points that he made. I suggest that everybody go and check it out, like read it. He posted his whole recording contract.
It's like 10 tweets.
Yeah. With Rockefeller Records and Island Def Jam. But he was saying that he just wants to redesign everything. He feels that artists should license their music to labels,
right,
instead of the
selling
label, selling it. You know what I'm saying? And artists the royalty shouldn't even be there. It should be ownership of it. You know,
right?
Which I agree with.
Okay.
And I was watching James Brown's movie recently. This is the first time I saw it. It's been years.
I ain't seen it yet either. You know they shot in Mississippi though.
Yeah, of course. Shout out to Jay Smooth. He was in it.
Yeah.
And then my homeboy
I think
Rob.
Silas was in it too, right?
No.
Trey Parker?
No, he wasn't.
No?
No. Rob Demery was in it. My homeboy Rob Demery was in it. He played the drummer.
Gotcha.
Sean, didn't you work on it?
I worked on it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was like a big Mississippi thing.
Yeah.
But man, it just brief moment. Just Chadwick did an incredible job on that, man. I'm so mad that right
rest
there.
In peace to him again.
Yeah, man. That was a phenomenal actor, man. But anyway, but yeah. So James Brown was talking about like he was going through the similar thing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And he was finding different ways to cut the middleman out of promoting shows.
Right.
Which was really great. I didn't know that was in that movie. But Kanye West is really taking the leadership and saying, hey, we want to be licensors of our music.
Right.
It was a whole bunch of stuff, but I really applaud him on that.
But most or a lot of artists are already doing that anyway. Kanye is just late on that because of when he signed his deal. Mm-hmm. Like you already got artists like Young Dolph or like people like that that's no longer signing just regular deals. They're signing label deals so that they still own their records, but the label just advances them the money for promotions and publishing and that type of stuff.
It's a distribution.
Not publishing, but yeah,
distribution.
Basically, deal. I think it's two folds on that, okay? Because on one hand, you do have artists who would have never popped if it wasn't for the label.
I agree.
So therefore, it's kind of it's like you coming to me and saying, "Hey, PM, I want to shoot a movie. I need $100,000 to shoot this movie." And me saying to you, "Okay, I'll give you $100,000, but I want 60% of what you make off this movie." And to me, that's not necessarily wrong because if it wasn't for me, you wouldn't be able to shoot this movie. I mean, you would, but you wouldn't be able to shoot a $100,000 movie. If that makes sense.
Yeah, because the whole thing is I understand how the labels work.
Correct.
But it's not in the artist's favor.
But should it be, though?
I think...
In business, should it be? Because we're not friends.
Right.
This is a business.
In the interest of fairness, it should be.
But it's not fair.
Yeah.
It's not fair. Okay, think about it like this. I get what they're saying. Now, this is what I will say. The deal should be shorter. Like, you shouldn't have to sign a 10-year deal.
That's what Kanye was saying, too.
You shouldn't have to sign a 6-album deal.
Yeah.
You should be able to sign like a 2-album deal, 3-album deal.
Or just a 1.
Or 1 and 1.
Yeah.
Or 2 and 2. But think about your job, okay? The man that works at Walmart isn't going to make 20% of Walmart's profits. Like, it's just not gonna happen.
Yeah.
He gonna make that $8.25 an hour.
Yeah.
If he a manager, he gonna make that 15, 16, 25, whatever he make an hour. And Sam Walton gonna make his $1 billion a year. That's just business.
It's about resources. So if I have the resources to
Correct.
put you out there, I should be compensated. Because the thing is with the record labels is it's one of the worst interest rates.
It is.
It is the worst.
It's a credit card.
It's a credit card, basically. We'll front you the money.
Correct.
Use our resources to bring you in.
To make you famous.
To make you famous.
And
which
we're going to recoup first.
Right.
And you get what's left of that. Like, think about it. Even you, bro. Like, you've had a deal offered to you before.
Right.
If you wanted to be more famous and to blow faster, you would have signed that deal. No matter what it said.
Right. Exactly. And that's why I say artists need to be held accountable, because one of my homeboys said, man, in a couple of years, they say this all the time, the next 10 years, it ain't going to be no record label.
Stop it.
That's cap.
The billionaires is not going nowhere, bro. They're billionaires.
Right.
They will always
always, as long as the artist wants to be out there, because like it or not, they wouldn't have been able to, because they were saying about Kanye, they were like, well, it's easy for him to say, but you say this after you've been put out already.
Kanye would still
You wouldn't be a megastar if it wasn't for that label.
Kanye would still be making beats in his mom's apartment if it wasn't for Rockefeller. And that's not to say he wouldn't be successful, but he would be... What's a dope producer that's not like popping? He wouldn't be Kanye.
Oh yeah, he wouldn't. What I will say is this, because I had an artist, Kid Louie, on my show.
Right.
He's a young kid, 19, real dope. But he was just saying, hey, I'm never signing a record label deal because of like I want to be in control of my own shit, which is great,
and that's fine.
That's fine.
He'll never be the richest artist out though, and I hope he's okay with it.
Yeah, but that's the thing, man. I think that. Like Master P, for example.
Right.
Master P was an independent artist.
Correct.
But he had a distribution deal.
Correct.
I think distribution deals should be what an artist chases more so. But now, if you want to be a mega superstar, because everybody can't do what Master P did.
And I was about to say, but Master P already had everything when he went to the label.
He had his own manager.
Come on, man.
Own lawyers. On production,
on studio,
like
he on video.
He had all his artists.
He had all his artists already. When he went to
Priority.
When he went to Priority, it was literally this is what I can do. This is what I need you to do. Yeah. What's up?
Just put my shit in stores.
I'll
handle everything.
Everything else I'ma handle.
Which is the ideal thing to do. But you have workers and you have bosses.
Correct.
Artist.
He was a boss.
This is what it is, man. Every artist would want to just focus on being an artist.
Correct. But you can't do that and be independent.
No, you can't. It's hard because an artist's job used to be, hey, you make the records.
Correct.
And even though it's your talent, the thing I'm trying to say is I understand both sides.
I do too.
I applaud Kanye for what he's doing.
I do too.
But I do disagree with anyone saying that record labels will not be here in the next 10 years.
That's cap.
Because of Apple Music and iTunes. Because those are technically... labels.
There are labels, and not only that, but just because your music on Tidal don't mean I can get to it. Exactly. Don't mean I'm gonna see it. Because the people that do the playlists and stuff like that on Tidal, if they don't know you, they're not putting your music on a playlist.
Right.
So how will you ever get discovered?
Exactly.
I know artists that's on Tidal right now where I literally type their name in and they still don't pop up.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy.
You literally have to put their name in and the name of their album, or their name of the album and their name. Like, you know what I'm saying? Or you could type in, I don't want to use nobody's name, but you could type in, we'll just say PM, and 100 things will pop up, and I might be at the bottom of that. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I'm actually on Tidal from a song I wrote for an artist, but you know what I'm saying? You have to scroll so far to the bottom to find it, you would never find that.
Exactly, yeah.
But if I was signed to Rockefeller, it'd be at the top.
At the top, yeah. I agree. So, Redheads, let us know in the comments what you think about that. One more thing that I want to touch on, Lorenz Tate. Okay. I feel like he's underrated as an actor.
Okay. I think it's because of the movies he do, but all right.
You think so?
Yeah, it's because of the movies
I think Lorenz Tate, if you look at the movies that he has done, he's been in some classic movies.
He's been in some cult classics.
Cult classics.
Yeah,
that's fair. That's fair.
I don't think, has Lorenz Tate been in any blockbusters?
Not a blockbuster.
Because Menace to Society wasn't even a blockbuster when it came out.
It was a cult classic.
Love Jones. It's a cult
Unless
classic.
you call, what was that? I just saw that with Tyrese in it. What was that movie called? With Megan Good and Tyrese?
Waist Deep?
Waist Deep?
Hell no. I mean, it was good. It was cool. And I love Megan Good, but it was cool. Biker Boys is a cult classic.
Is it?
And it's a cult classic. Like, I mean, not like necessarily black cult, but like the biker cult. You know, I ride bikes, so like we love that movie. Mm-hmm. But like, what else has he been in? 22 Deuce. What was it?
Love Jones. He's been in a lot of different movies, but I just think that he killed it in Why Do Fools Fall in Love?
Yep, dope. He was dope in Power, the TV show. Yeah, but
definitely.
Is any of that just like?
But I just say you need to give the legends and
he's definitely a legend, and he's cool as a fan too. I've met him a couple times because him and Luda are really cool.
Okay.
So
he seemed like a pretty cool.
Yeah, he's super cool.
But anyway, y'all, this has been today's episode of Red's View. Make sure that you subscribe to youtube.com. Sean got a little thing and it goes, dude. I like that. Yeah. Subscribe to youtube.com/WeAuthenticNetwork. And make sure you go to redsview.com to get your Reds View t-shirts. We still got them for sale, baby.
Get that merchandise.
And we got some more news coming up. Make sure that you check out the interviews that we got. Mr. Servon, Lil Flip, Crazy from 504 Boys is going down. More interviews coming. And you already know where to follow me, at JAYR3D. Where do we follow you?
At THEEDJPM and at THEEB Great Group.
Also, make sure that you download, purchase, stream my latest project.
Tidal.
On Tidal. And all other platforms. The Ryu and Ken project, put it right here, Sean. That's available everywhere. We're going to shoot a video this week, so y'all be on the lookout for that.
Dope.
But anyway, man, this is J Red, DJ PM, Shantae Hughes. This is Reggie. We signing out.
Don't give up, you gon' be on. Don't give up, don't give up, give up. Don't give up, you gon' be on. Don't give up, don't give up, give up. Don't give up, you gon' be on. Don't give up, don't give up, give up. Don't give up, you gon' be on. Don't give up, give up, give up, give up. I know you got doubts, but get to the bag. Just follow the dream and stick with the plan. I know you get worried, I know you get scared. Better take that risk, or you get stuck there. The sky's the limit, don't think it's a ceiling.